Could you imagine the tragedy if I did a live stream reaction and I forgot to press the record button? Whoopsie. Oops. Whoops-a-daisy. Sorry, sorry. Oh, and there's David. Volume. Yeah. What is it? Flick your teeth? Flick your tongue behind your teeth or something? And that's Lil Ugly Mane, right? Right? Lil Ugly Mane? I believe so. Your edginess for No Worries. So tomorrow I'm going to record my reaction to the new No Worries album because next Friday, I'm going to be busy with 4th of July and stuff, so I won't be able to do anything that Friday. I don't have the VOD set. I don't save VODs because I play music and you get strikes, so I don't save it. Let's see. Well, shall we get into it? It's 8, I suppose. That's kind of my start time there. Let's go. This is why they're the GOAT. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the No Worries album. Everybody said, I've only heard great things. Everybody's talking about it. Some people said, oh, you got to listen to like earlier stuff first. And then a lot of people are like, fuck that. Just listen to the new one. Yeah, for sure. For sure. But let's talk about this one. Bad Cameo. James Blake. Lil Yachty. New release. Came out today. 10 tracks. 44 minutes. Cool. I've seen like early impressions seem to be pretty positive toward this album. Some people were saying they were expecting more of a let's start here, and I guess it isn't quite like that. That's okay. Whatever it is. A lot of people have been saying the production's great. James killed it. It's beautiful. Hypnopain is here. Adam's here. Good morning. Oh, Adam, I was actually thinking about you last night. I was like, oh shit, I still haven't sent Adam that thing. Oh shit. I told you, I forget. I be forgetting. I forget a lot. And then I remember. And then I forget again. Yeah, it's just one of those things. For those of you who will catch this on YouTube, of course, Patreon, you can watch this uncut, no ads, and MP3 format available as well if you just want to listen. That's $2. If you're watching right now on the stream on, what's it called, Twitch, and you're looking for a sub on Twitch, I don't have it set up. So, and then the Twitch thing, I think a sub is $5 and Twitch takes half anyway. So just do Patreon, $2, and then most of it goes to me anyway. And then Twitch gets nothing. Ha ha ha. And Brody, first time catching a stream, have a nice slow day at work. Nice. Good time to waste some time. All right. And getting paid to boot. That's the combo right there. That's the combo wombo. Wasting time and getting paid. Okay, well, let's drop in. I like the cover. I like how you've got Yachty there with all his jewelry and his cup of lean. And then Blake over there with his fucking, it looks like, I guess coffee, but that is a tea bag sitting there. So that's kind of funny. The contrast between these two individuals, which is nice. But, you know, it's, yeah, right, give Yachty some food. Right, what's James doing over there? Hogging all the food. It looks like James has a plate and Yachty has a paper plate. Or maybe it's just the angle of the photo. It's kind of hard to tell. They could just be the same style of plate. Anyway. It's kind of like let's start here, but also not at all. That makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. Let's drop in. We got 10 tracks to get through. 44. I didn't see any music videos. So no music video reactions, I suppose. Yeah, Riley in it. Yeah, I love it. Nice cover there, isn't it? Yeah. What was it? I had a friend of mine, we were talking about it, and he's all, what is it with British people? And every sentence they say ends with a question. In a phone plate, Yachty's still poor? Maybe he's still poor. Maybe he's just spending his money on jewelry instead of plates and cutlery and what have you. You know, he likes to focus his money in a certain direction, whereas James just has the watch. And then is able to spring for the plate and the knife and the fork. Okay, let's stop fucking around. I'm feeling good. I'm having fun. I got my orange drink today. Orange drink. Oh, my. First track is called Save the Savior. I'm assuming the producers are going to be Yachty and Blake throughout. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, we got Benny X on here. Cool. Right on. There's another producer on here, Dom Maker. And here we go. First track, dropping into the new James Blake, Lil Yachty, Bad Cameo, track 1, Save the Savior. Here we go. confirm. I am recording. Okay. Okay, good. Huh. This is kind of neat. I always enjoy a patient start. Cool.
Nigga, I told him it's all mine. No ifs, ands, or buts. I told my agent I wanna be treated just like a slut. Pay me directly after. Close the book with a folded page to keep the chapter. Told grandma how much my chain cost, looked like I slapped her. Did a couple roles, but in my raps, I'm not an actor. My BMX a straggler. She happy that I saved her. My mama in her castle. I love her, so we neighbors. My sister cook with flavor. It's sweet, but then it's savory.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
wow.
Think I'm a player. My homies think I'm a player. I rock more plain
Wow.
Rolexes than John Mayer.
That's cool.
Around, it's obvious that I don't care. Save the savior. Somebody save the savior.
Ha.
Somebody save the
Very neat.
Somebody save the savior. Somebody save the savior.
God, that bass, that rumbling bass.
Somebody save the savior. Somebody save the savior.
You know what I love about that bass is it's so like thick and so heavy, but at the same time it's like almost calm and soothing, you know? Like it doesn't slam on you, it doesn't pound on you. It's just kind of there, but it doesn't. It's also not empty. Like it's a great combination of both full and rich, but it doesn't pummel you. It's soft. And this whole, you know, when it started out, the first thing I was thinking, I don't know why, but I was just thinking of like being on the open water early in the morning. Like I don't know about lakes and stuff, but like every now and then, every year we go to San Diego, and I love going to the beach and stuff. And I get in the water, and in the early morning, before the wind picks up, the ocean, you know, there's waves, of course, but the ocean, the water is very glassy. It's beautiful. And it reminded me of that. That opening stretch of like 30 seconds just reminded me of it's early, my eyes are still kind of hazy, I can hear the ocean, there's some waves, but the water is still. Everything's still. And I just had that feeling. But then this bass comes in, and it's weird because it doesn't break that feeling, just adds to it, even though it's this big presence and sound. It's fucking cool. Very cool. Let me back it up just a smidge. Just a wee bit of a smidge. And then we'll drop into the second verse here with James Blake. This is great. I like this opener. This is great. I really like it. This sounds amazing. This gets a heart. Fucking A. This is awesome. This is awesome. And I like that it fades out into that opening sequence of sound again. Cool. I feel like I'm missing out on a joke here. Why are you two asking how long it is? Are you talking? I feel like there's a joke I'm missing out on. Album is 44 minutes. I feel like that's not what you're asking. That was great. That was fucking great. That was great. Let's look at these lyrics a bit. God, I already want to listen to that first part again just because it does make me think of just floating in the water and just kind of being still and slowly like waking up, and the sun's coming up. Where we go in San Diego, there's a place called Solana Beach, this little north of San Diego, and there's bluffs. So when the sun rises, it doesn't like the sky. Obviously, in the dawn, right? The sky lights up first, but like it takes a while for the sun to kind of come up and peek over these bluffs that you're behind. So you can kind of watch the world come alive, floating in the water, and the water's all glassy and still, and the waves come by. Fucking pelicans fly by, and they're super low. The tips of their wings just kind of brushing the water and shit. It's just beautiful. I love it. I love it. Yeah. I think it's a penis joke, sir. Yeah, I think so too. Let's look at these lyrics. I told him it's all mine. No ifs, ands, or buts. Told my agent I wanted to be treated just like a slut. Pay me directly after. Very slutty. Oof. Directly after? No cooldown period? My goodness. Close the book with a folded page to keep the chapter. Told my grandma how much my chain cost, like I slapped her. That paints a picture, right? Like telling somebody, and then the look on their face is like you slapped them. Did a couple roles, but in my raps, I'm not an actor. My baby mama, extra straggly. She happy that I saved her. My mom in a castle, I love her, so we're neighbors. My sister cooked with flavor, it's sweet. My sister cooked with flavor. It's sweet, but didn't savor. Hit a second waiver. My ex thinks I'm a player. My homies think I'm a player. I rock more plain Jane Rolexes than John Mayer. You know what's great? As I'm reading these lyrics, and I don't even remember him saying any of this, because by the time it got into this, I was so soaked into the sound of the track. I didn't even fucking care what he was saying. $250,000 in my left ear. That's why they stare. Somebody try to take him, teach him what they need to know. Might have to cut my ear for these and turn into Van Gogh, who's the artist, cut his ear off to send it to, I believe, his cousin that he was in love with. Oh. Somebody save the savior. And then James is going, who's got them the way I've got you? I'm exhausted by the end of the day. Exhausted by the end because my back is broken by the end of the day. For carrying you, not some, but all of the way. Somebody save the savior. I'm exhausted from carrying you, not some, but all of the way. My back is broken by the end of the day. Somebody save the savior. That definitely brings in an element of exhaustion, right? And that verse right there with that sound, that music. But what's interesting for me is, and I think because I just went to my own place with it, is I didn't feel exhaustion from that sound. I felt like soaked, relaxed. Maybe you could say, yeah, like maybe you could feel like it's and then a long day and you're kind of like collapsed on the ground and laying there, but the work is over, so there's some relief perhaps. But that's what I felt. I felt calm. I felt just kind of soaking, resting, that kind of thing. But you can have that at the end of a very hard day. Let's look at chat. Let's see here. Oregon, first time chat. Welcome. Samuel, first time chat. That boy James can sing. Yeah, thanks, Bob. Yeah, I'm enjoying this one so far. All right, let's move on to track 2, which is called In Gray. I'm curious where they go with the sound. Let's see. I don't know. What's the name of the album? Bad Cameo. I wonder if there's going to be any kind of story arc. Who fucking knows? Anyway, let's drop in. Track 2, producers Lil Yachty, James Blake. Here we go. In Gray.
They say I love too deep right away, but if I try, I can't subside again. If I fall on Valentine's, wake me up before I land. Drift through time with the Italian wine. Breeze of ease in the sun's way. The second to think within, then lift off into the light.
Another patient start.
Living in gray.
Easing in. Kind of a neat combination of sounds here, both like almost like slightly chaotic and then also a beat and these two different sounds. The one kind of reminds me of like a wind chime off in the distance.
If everyone behaved just like me, we'd all be lonely.
Ha.
Love's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare. Life's a nightmare. A bit of a build here. Got just a bit of a, I guess, a drum beat underneath. Oh, it's starting to swell up a bit. Cool. Coming in. Oh, then they take it away. Oh, cool. Wow, man. I guess I gotta pause somewhere, right? Wow. You know, ethereal. That's what Thuggin's saying. This album is ethereal. That's a great description. I mean, that's... And this is coming off of track 1, which had a great... Just good patience coming into a good sound. That good bass note that was coming in, but not like slamming things around. Just kind of rolling in. And then this is so calm. This is so relaxing. Honestly. I'm honestly kind of having a special moment just because I'm so happy my mind associated directly to the beach and being in the ocean, because that's one of my favorite places to be, is just floating in the water. And this track, that build, God, it matches that feeling so well for me. So this is just beautiful. Super, super great. There's no more lyrics. I'm going to read all the lyrics. Well, not necessarily all, but let's go through a bit. They say I love too deep right away, but if I try, I can't subside again. If I try, I can't subside again. If I fall on Valentine's, pick me up before then, drift through time, let the time wind, breeze of ease in sun's way, a second to think within, then lift up into the light, living in gray. Huh. If they don't know where you're going at midnight, trouble find me. If it's not clear I'm next on the list, don't write I'm back and back. Find me. Trouble find me. Huh. Something I caught. It was after Let's Start Here had been out for a while, and Lil Yachty was doing some interviews. And I caught this bit. It was him talking about how he didn't anticipate or expect people to get so like caught up in the lyrics and like trying to figure stuff out. And like he didn't say me at all, but I felt like called out. Right? I was like, oh yeah, he's talking. Well, I mean, who knows if he saw my video? I have no idea. I don't expect, when I do these things, I don't expect the artists watch it, but you know, sometimes they do, who knows? But like the way he said it, I just pictured me doing this and going, oh yeah, I get a little carried away, don't I? But it's fun. It's fun to me, especially, man, like when you have these kinds of sounds, you're definitely trying to push a certain type of emotion. And this opening verse by Yachty is pretty, like, I want to call it esoteric to me. Like, I don't fully understand. I think he understands what he's talking about, and the way it's being written, it feels like he knows what he's talking about, but it's hard for me to pick anything from it. If I fall on Valentine's, pick me up before then. Drift through time, let the time wind, breeze of ease in sun's way. It's very poetic in a sense, but it's also that kind of poetic where it's like, what? You know, that kind of thing. A second to think within, then lift me up, then lift up into light, living in gray. And then this line right here, if it's not clear I'm next on the list, don't write them back and back. And I wonder if he's saying, does that mean don't rewrite your list or something? I don't know. I have no idea. Interesting stuff. Let's see. He super tapped into reactors. Okay, maybe he did see it. Maybe he did see it. Maybe he saw me going. Maybe he saw me going, oh God, this guy is way, way too carried away. Yeah, let's see. I don't know. I don't, that's one thing. I don't have any mods set up. Yeah, I apologize. And I can't see. Anyway, I'm not going to worry too much about that. I want to focus on the music here. Let's keep listening. I think there's. Oh, did I get through verse 3 here? If everyone behaved just like me, we'd all be lonely, lost, and like me. Nothing comes easy when you try to cry. It's a nightmare. Life's a nightmare. Oh, there's actually an annotation here on this Valentine's line with nothing written. This is great. Let me slide this over for you so you guys can see. There's an annotation, right? And nothing. What? Quite the annotation there. Oh, very helpful. Very helpful. Oh, that's good. That's good. If everyone behaved just like me, we'd all be lonely, lost, and like me. It's a nightmare. Life's a nightmare. Ha. In gray. And it's called In Gray. All right, so let's not try and like solve the riddle. Let's just more or less try to attach to the feeling. You've got this beautiful, calm, ethereal sound, and it builds up into this beat. Let's back it up a little bit because I've been yammering on somewhat. And we'll just listen the next 2.5 minutes, let it play out, see how it goes. Great production. This is neat here too. And there's still 45 seconds left. I love it when artists do this, man. When they're just patient, make what they want to make. They're not worried about the time. Yeah. Oh, very cool. Yeah. Very cool. Just making music, man. Just fucking making music. Huh. That was a cool song. You know, that's the first 10 minutes of the album. Which is essentially basically a quarter of the album right there. Great start. Great start. You guys are fucking cracking me up in the chat, Adam. I think you're just not fully understanding the annotation. And then what was Hypno Pain? Bullying genius users is easily top 3 Bob the Pop Pop jokes. Yes, for sure, dude, for sure. I love talking shit on genius annotations. And then the best part is like when I'm totally wrong. Oh, fuck. Great start. Let's keep going. This is where I get torn because I want to like figure it out. But at the same time, I think it was something like this, especially the way it's written lyrically. It does seem to have hidden meaning, personal meaning that they're, you know, because they can write whatever they want, obviously. And so if somebody writes in a way where they're keeping it to themselves, okay, you know, okay. So then trying to capture just the mood. And the first track and this track together has set a mood. So let's move into track 3 and see how it continues. Track 3 is called Midnight. Producers are Yachty, Blake, and Dom Maker. So the first set of producers from the track 1. Drop into track 3, Midnight. Let's see how this album continues. I'm loving how it's going so far.
to live a lie in the sunrise. All till the sun falls.
Ha. Very spacey.
Then you'll be back in my heart, my prize. I'm holding on.
You can hold on to midnight. Being yourself this side of midnight. Harmony in motion. We've been exploding.
I like that. It's like a grinding digital sound.
Don't turn back to the version you show them. I know the show was big, but you're the only one who saw me tonight. I know it's in short. 'Cause I'll have you tomorrow.
We had to kidnap the sun.
This album is chill. Super chill.
Don't turn back to the version you show them. I know the show was big, but you're the only one, the only one, the only one, the only one who saw me. The only one, the only one who saw me. The only one,
They've got like this little like blip stutter on the vocal. Oh, it's like a skip back. Huh. Interesting song. Let's look at the lyrics. Let's see if we can pick this apart a little bit. A lie to live, a lie to live, a lie. In the sunrise, all till the sun falls. So a lie to live in the sunrise, all till the sun falls. Then you'll be back in my heart. So like during the day is a lie, but then after the sun falls, then you're back in my heart. So there's a general idea. Don't necessarily know what that means. There's a general idea. You can hold on till midnight, being yourself this side of midnight. Harmony in motion, we've been exploding. Don't break down till we're back from the ocean. Don't turn back to the version you showed them. I know the shore will speak, but you're the only one who saw me tonight. I know it's insured, 'cause I'll have you tomorrow. This makes me think of like maybe personas. Like I'm trying to just think about who these guys are in their lives and stuff like that. And maybe there's like, maybe the general idea is a persona, you know, public living, public personas, and how you present yourself in public, but then in private, you kind of get to be yourself again, whoever that is. And, you know, maybe how that affects relationships, being with other people. Maybe they're trying to be with somebody who's in a public life. I don't know. We had to kidnap the sun, living in your lungs. My remains in your veins. I connected to your brain. All the things we did on the lonely are traumatically fading. This is why I kidnapped the sun. I have too much time wasting. And so you would kidnap the sun in order to keep it nighttime. And you'd want to make it nighttime if during the sun, during sunrise, the life you live is a lie, and you'll only be back in the heart, you know, at night. I don't know, man. It's kind of fascinating. And then you get into this chorus, being yourself this side of midnight, harmony in motion. Don't break down till we're back from the ocean. Don't turn back to the version you showed them. That makes me think of the persona thing. I know the shore will speak, but you're the only one. You're the only one. And it's kind of interesting on that chorus how it like blips. You're the only one, and then there's just this little tiny like digital blip that resets the vocal or the lyrics. And then he finally concludes with, you're the only one who saw me tonight. So I'm getting this general idea of showing someone who you really are in private. That's the general idea I'm getting from that. Let's look at chat, see what you guys have got going on. Let's see. No one has said shit. Sounds like a vivid dream. Maybe you guys are letting me try to figure it out. That's the impression I'm getting. And then two, I'm kind of happy they're saying ocean, because I was associating with being out in the water, but that's just because of my own personal, that's like one of my Zen places, is just floating in the water like that. But there is this calming energy, this relaxing energy of just being in the ocean, especially too, for those of you who have not been, the music has had you in a trance. Yeah, for sure. I have no idea what's going on. One thing, when you're out in the ocean, like if you go surfing, I always go bodyboarding, boogie boarding. But when you get past the break, when the waves break and you get past that break, because that's where you want to catch them. Those breaking waves, obviously there's a lot of sound that comes out. Those waves, that sound pushes the beach sounds away. It's kind of hard to hear people on the beach, like the kids running around and screaming and playing and people talking, whatever. You don't really hear it when you're out in the water. That it's almost like a sound wall. It pushes the sound away. Every now and then, if the waves chill out and they're not really crashing, they're not really breaking, then you'll hear the sounds from the beach again. But then as soon as another set comes crashing in and breaking, it goes away. So it's really this incredible space of being in the water, especially San Diego, right? Because it's fucking beautiful. The sun is shining. You're floating. You can kind of look down. Maybe you see some fish every now and then. You're not entirely weightless, but you're floating. It's just relaxing. It's quiet. You're alone with your thoughts. It's just beautiful. And so this harmony and motion, we've been exploding. Don't break down till we're back from like this idea of being out in the ocean. This association with it is perfect for me. Like I can totally connect with that on a personal level. And associating that with this idea of maybe this is who I really am, my actual private person, compared to the persona that you maybe see in public, or who I need to be when I'm out in public, and how that's different. It's almost sad in a way, if that's what's happening. I have no idea. Yeah, it's like a noise gate. Yeah. And welcome. I can't pronounce your name, but first time chat. Good job catching the stream. Nice. Very spacious and floaty. Yeah. Let's keep going. Cool fucking song. Cool album, man. I did not expect this at all, but I'm enjoying what we've got so far. I'm going to back it up just a wee smidge. Again, another wee smidge, and we'll keep rolling. This is cool, man. Very cool. I find it very soothing. And it's funny because this is a little offset, but there's still this just relaxing quality to it. I love this. This is so cool. When there's no one to throw at. I don't really know what that means, but we'll keep going through this. I wish the world could know us like that. How do I get to that place without you? How do you get to that place without me? That line of I wish the world could know us like that makes me think, I wish the world could see us as ourselves, type of a thing. Like, I feel like what he's trying to say, or the impression I'm getting. So whether right or wrong, I don't want to say what he's trying to say, because I don't want to, I don't want to speak for him, but the impression I'm getting is feeling like you're your actual self when you're with this other person, which is beautiful, right? Of course. And, you know, it's got to be so weird if you're famous on any level and you're out and about and you feel like you have to be this person. I still remember this story. I don't remember where the hell I heard who it was about, but this guy was talking about the friend that he had who was somewhat famous, and how this friend in private was just the coolest, chillest, most normal person ever. But then when they went out in public, he acted kind of like this psycho a bit, not like a crazy person, but like just totally different. And the story was essentially him asking, why do you do this? Why do you go out? Like, why do you act like this? That's not who you are. And the person, I don't remember who it was, said, that's what the people, my fans, expect when they see me. I have to be like this. I have to put on this presentation, this persona, because if I went out like me and I was just me, they'd be disappointed. And so it kind of went on to talk about how I guess he had tried to just be him and people were. So he's like, fine, fuck it. Whenever I go out, I'm just this rock star and I'm going to act like this rock star. When people see me, then they get what they're looking for. It's almost like it's a show beyond the stage type of a thing. It's pretty wild. And so that makes me, come back to this and just the idea of being with somebody else and being in private and being yourself, which is something all of us need. I mean, in a way, when you think about it, when we're going to work or you're going to school, typically we can be us, but in a professional setting, there's certain things we cannot do, right? Certain things we have to do. Ugh. And you have to behave a certain way and what have you. But then when you can go home to whoever's in your life, if you have that, and be you, oh, it's so wonderful, right? It's wonderful. So how do I get to that place without you? And that's another thing. If you're alone, maybe you can't share who you really are. You can't be who you really are because there's no one there for it to exist with, right? It's almost like light. If you shoot light out into the darkness, but it doesn't reflect off of anything, you won't see anything. It's still dark. It has to reflect back for the light to be present, essentially. Kind of a weird analogy, but it sort of works too. It's almost like that with your own self, right? Like you can't be you if there's no one there for it to bounce off of. Huh. Neat shit, man. Really, really neat shit. I'm having fun with this. I'm having a lot of fun. Second listen with headphones making me appreciate the music. Yeah, the music sounds great. It sounds great. Makes sense as to why Yachty recommended shrooms for this album. Oh, man. I've never done shrooms, but yeah. What I've heard about shrooms, yeah, this would be great. One of these days, man. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, okay, let's move on to track 4. I'm having a great time. Track 4 is called Woo. I've seen a couple people mention that this is their favorite off of the album on the tweeters. I saw it. We got Don Maker, Lil Yachty, and James Blake all working together again. Fantastic. Track 4, Woo. Here we go. Neat album so far.
Fire, heat is hot, I'm chasing desires.
I got a bit of a beat going, kids.
Move too fast, blurred direction. I relocated my section. My ex broke up with me through texting. Felt that in my flesh and blame myself right then, no question. Free my dog, he's selling green, white, and red. He represent Mexicans. Mouth will seal, no evidence. Face too clear, no regiments. I love my boss, Tino Letterman. All of my checks look like settlements. One of my dogs look like amphetamines. Yo, if you let me know I'm going crazy.
Oh wow!
Energy chasing you. All
cool
the
sound.
Things I would do. All the love. I look crazy to a judge, but I promise you it's love. Go, woo, 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 go, woo, 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 go. In your veins like
I love that electrical type. That shit's cool.
I was spinning for your love. I was spinning like a drug, trying to chase what it was. Let me know I'm going I was spinning like a drug, trying to chase what it was.
Oh, neat. Neat little stutter outro there. I like that. That was cool. Somebody said something, a headline sample. I don't know who Headlines is. Yeah. Rowan, welcome. Oh, Headlines by Drake. I haven't heard that one. Welcome. First time chat there. Rowan's welcome. I really like how James Blake sounded in his verse there. His voice was cleaner, not as much effect on his vocals, it sounded like, a little bit cleaner. And to me, that pushes the lyrics. It makes the lyrics have more impact, in my opinion. Especially, but not to say that having effect on the voice is bad, but I think it's an interesting tool. It's an effective tool if you use effects on your voice and you're doing certain things, and then if you remove that effect, those lyrics, to me, they stand out a little bit more. It's like, this is me speaking clearly without any, veil or anything like that. So then when he says, if you love me, let me know. You can show me any way you want to show it. I've been lonely. Like, that shit hits when it's done clearly after having effect. It's a hard day's night, all right. Feeling second best when you should be the headline. If we don't like it, then we can change it in one bite, or change it in one bite. If we don't force it, we shine bright. When you call me, I've got no energy to fight. It's not that I don't care. I spend it all on my life. And you can take that, I feel like you can take that different ways. Like, on one hand, maybe not trying to direct energy into something negative like a fight. You could maybe go the other way of, I am directing all my energy into other things and not you, which could be, off-putting to the other person. I don't think that's what's happening here specifically based off of what he's saying, because it sounds like the lyrics are saying, please, show some sort of indication of love toward me, show me, or just fucking straight up exhaustion. Fascinating little song. Cool beat. I initially, when I saw that it was called Woo, I was excited because I love some of the woos that we hear from like Travis Scott and them. And so when it was just woo, 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 I was like, oh. Initially, that was my initial response. Oh, there's no fancy woo sound. Oh, shit, man. Oh, I have heard Headlines. Oh, okay. I had no idea. Is it off? Must be off of Take Care. I don't listen to Take Care. Yeah, the woos were a little underwhelming. Sure, a little bit. But I think that makes sense in the setting. If we had all these lush, powerful woos, it wouldn't really fit to what's being said in the lyrics, And if you love me, let me know. I'm going crazy. I've been running out of energy chasing you. All the things I would do, all the love. I look crazy. Would judge, but I promise you it's love. In your veins, like the flu, I find out the truth. Gonna crew. I was fiending like a drug, chasing what it was, like a drug. And that, I don't really know what to make of that, because comparing love to a drug, the way he's saying that, it makes me think of somebody chasing that high. And like we always hear with drugs, that first high is always, people spend the rest of the time addicted trying to get to that level, but they can't because of all the different reasons that, I don't know, biology and science and shit, right? But that idea, saying it that way, the idea of chasing love, almost like trying to chase that initial high, but now it's gone, that it definitely implies that high being gone. So I don't really know what to make of that. Been running out of energy chasing you. Yeah, I don't know. It's not that I don't care. I just spend it all in my life. What do we got over here? Just met the Woo. Okay, let's move on. Interesting song. I enjoyed Woo. So far, I'm 4 for 4 on hearts on this album. Track 5 is called Bad Cameo, which is the title of the album. And I'm kind of hoping this feeds into some context of the album. We've had... I feel like there is a story being told here in a sense, but it has been written in a way that it's hard for me to pick out yet. So hopefully Bad Cameo will give us a little bit of insight as to what they're going for on this album. We've got a good mood with the sound. Lyrically, there's some stuff being said, but it's just like little hints. So maybe I'll get hit over the head with it this time. The producers are Benny X, Sad Pony, Lil Yachty, James Blake, Tom Maker. Dropping into track 5, title track. 4 for 4, windy shit. All right, here we go. Track 5, Bad Cameo. It is kind of fun having chat over here saying ridiculous things. Oh, I'm sorry, Spotify. Did I break you? I did it again. If you pause at the end of the song and then you play the next one manually, it'll just go, oh, I can't do it. So here's Woo, and here's Bad Cameo. There we go. Already love this sound. Yeah. This reminds me of some of the ambient I really enjoy. I want to mention something. The last track I was talking about chasing this high. Doesn't this feel like somebody who is now high? I mean, don't you get that kind of impression? Especially the idea of feel it flowing through my veins. Doesn't this feel like somebody who's now just really high and just kind of feeling all this shit flowing through their veins?
And no time will be fine. I'm tired of the fire.
This is great. I love this.
I'll never question your teachings. Follow your word within reason. Don't let me down a dark path. Don't let me down a dark path.
This is so cool. That was cool. I really like Bad Cameo. I really, really like Bad Cameo. I love the sound of that. That was incredible. And then somebody said, Brandon just said, James Blake said most of this album started out as ambient. Oh, I didn't actually pause. Whoops. Wow. So, I feel like this could possibly go one of two ways. I don't know. But at the last track, I was talking about, chasing love as a high. They're talking about like it being a drug, fiending for that drug, and this idea of chasing it like a high. This felt like being high, but then we also have this other line. Did you ever love me? Did you ever love me? In due time, we'll be fine. I'm tired of the fire. And I wonder if this song, instead of being high, if it's supposed to be the idea of... I feel like it could be either. I've got this love again, and now I'm high off this love, like maybe however you want to take it, or this person is dying. Like it's this long withdrawal, this starving to death. I'm out of energy. I'm withered. I'm fading away. I'm dying. I'm just laying here. I can feel the blood flowing through my veins. Did you ever love me? I'm tired of the fire. I kind of take that as like tired of the suffering, like tired of the burning, tired of the withdrawal, that kind of a thing. I would never question your teachings. Follow your word within reason. Don't lead me down a dark path again. I'm inclined to lean more towards this feels like a high. Like he got a good dose of love and now he's high from it and he's just kind of wrapped up in that feeling. But I could go either way, in my opinion. Hi, Mayak. Hi. Cool sound, man. I'm enjoying this. This has been fantastic so far. Fantastic. Let's keep going. I want to solve the puzzle, but at the same time, there's 5 more tracks. We're halfway through the album. Next one's called, also too, it's called Bad Cameo. The album's called Bad Cameo. The track's called Bad Cameo. And what is a cameo? We all know what a cameo is. Somebody of fame or of note who makes a very brief appearance in like a movie or a show, and then is gone. And that's the core part of the cameo, is they're just there that one time. It's very brief. Everyone's like, oh my God, wow. And then they're gone. Take that concept and wrap it into the idea of love and being in love with somebody, And what is that? How does that translate into this idea of what we were talking about earlier with maybe finally being yourself with this other person, but you can only be with them. The song was talking about, this side of midnight and kidnapping the sun and all this other stuff. But what if the idea is you just have this limited window of time to be with this person and actually be yourself with this person. And when you are in that situation, it feels amazing, but then it's gone. Bad cameo. Who knows? I don't know. I feel like the song is most ambient. Okay, cool. All right, let's jump into tracks. Let's keep moving. I'm loving where this is going. It's called Missing Man. Okay, James Blake, Lil Yachty, Don Maker. Track 6. Here we go. Missing Man. Let's jump in. Well, actually, let me reset it because I done let it play. Here we go. Here's from the beginning.
Missing man, you've put your family in stress again. Missing man, selfish with your time. Missing man, they'll never know what you do with internally no way. Missing man, you just need to reset. Reset.
Missing man, you've done the thing you said never again. Missing man.
The strings in the background. This is cool. Oh, God. Wow.
And it feels like no one cares.
Wow.
Probably be missing man.
Drum beats coming in. Wow. Trippy, man. This is cool. Very cool.
Milk carton boy, kiss on my papers. I'm missing like that void, missing like your keys. I've been hitting like the fees. I am no longer whole, I have broken down to pieces. No need to fill out a missing report, I am useless.
Wow. Wow, man. This is incredible. This is really good. Really good. Wow. You know, it's early in the album, when we first started, I was mentioning how some of the lyrics feel esoteric and it feels like they have meaning, but it's kind of personal meaning and we're not really being given the meaning. But as the album has progressed, and we've existed in that space a bit, I feel like Lil Yachty and James Blake, they're doing a fascinating job of putting us parallel to what they're feeling. Like they're expressing this feeling, this art, and it's there, and I feel like what they made is specific to them and important to them, and I feel like it's shining through so well that we're almost like caught in this like parallel pole where I have no idea what they're aiming for when they make this album, but at the same time I feel like I feel exactly what they're going for. Like it's fucking cool, man. There's so much just feel pouring out of this. They're doing so well with this. I love this. I really love this. Let's go through these lyrics a little bit. I feel like we're just getting another tiny breadcrumb. Missing man, you put your family in stress again. Missing man, selfish with your time. Missing man, don't ever know what you do. Everything turn and lean away. Missing man, you just need to reset. I wonder how many times Yachty, James, in their career, while they're busy making music, going on tours, doing that, doing this, being gone, whatever, how many times they've heard family, friends, whoever, hey man, you're gone too much. You missed this. You missed that. So-and-so had her birthday. She was asking where you were. How many things you miss, right, while you pursue this career. Put your family in stress again. You're being selfish. You're a little too caught up in what you're doing, man. You need to be here and not there. Like, how many times did they hear this? You know? Missing man, you've done nothing you said. Never again. I feel like that's another way of saying you're breaking all your promises. You're making empty promises. To live your truth takes lies. Your truth is you telling us you're going to be there. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. Oh, yeah, I'll make time. And then you don't. Impression I'm getting. I'm not saying that's what is being said, but that's the impression I'm getting, especially with this music that's just fucking beautiful. Nobody wants to draw. They just want all the glory days. Initially, I didn't understand that. But the first part, nobody wants to draw. Like, I was like, what? But then what if it's like the idea of a card game where you're playing a card, the card games where it's like, okay, you can either play a card and do something, which is achieving getting you closer to victory, or you can't do anything and you have to just draw a card and then wait for the next turn. So that idea, nobody wants to draw. They just want all the glory days. So nobody wants to necessarily put in that kind of time where you have to work and you have to slowly build. Like sometimes in a card game, you have to build up your deck to play your winning hand kind of a thing. Maybe, You just need to reset. And I mean, I think a lot of people can connect to that. Everybody, sometimes, man, we all get to a point where it's like, I need to fucking stop. I need to take some time off. I need to put away this. I need to put down my phone, whatever, right? I need to take a fucking break. I need to reset. What's expected of you isn't fair. It feels like no one cares. I'd probably be a missing man again. I feel like this is very personal to these two guys, man. And the sound is just gorgeous. Beautiful. And it pulls me in. Makes me feel that kind of shit. Makes me feel it. Especially when that drum beat kind of came in. It's just like you get swept up in these things. Never call him boy. Fists on my papers. I'm missing like that void. Missing like her keys. I've been hiding like fees. I kind of like that line. I'm no longer whole. I've broken down to pieces. No need to feel. I ain't missing, but I ain't useless. I wonder if this is a typo. I don't know. Maybe not. Great song. Great album. This has been a hell of a ride so far. Hell of a ride. Oh, Brandon, you've got a great point. And then when they do make time, it feels like a bad cameo. That's a good. I like that idea, Brandon. That's a good little insert. It's pretty crazy to me that Yachty makes this at the same time he still is making rap music. Yeah, this isn't hip hop. I don't know. This is beautiful. It ain't hip hop. It's not trap. I don't know what the hell you call this, but it's fucking great. What it is for sure. So far, how is this album ranking the things I've dropped this year? Fuck, this is way up there. I've loved right now. My current favorite for the year is "Dark Times" by Vince Staples. I think that's an amazing album. This one, we'll see off of more listens. The thing is, though, too, is when you think of your album of the year, it has to exist in the genre in a sense, and it's like, well, this isn't hip hop, so I can't have it compete with the hip hop albums, right? Fuck, man, this is great. Let's keep going. Track 7 is called "Twice." Lil Yachty, James Blake, Don Maker producing. Here we go. Track 7, "Twice." God, this is so good. Oh, wow.
If you count on me, baby, count twice. If you count on me, baby, count twice. If you count on me, baby, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
This feels a little more anxious. A little.
I look in the mirror and I do not see the
Maybe not. Maybe it's not anxious.
If you count on me, if you count on me, twice.
Trippy, man. Trippy. This album has been full of surprises.
Nobody knows our situation. Speculation, we're just lost in time. 1, 2, 1, twice. So nobody knows our situation. Why the hesitation? One day give us wrong, so
Wow.
I say to you, I say to you what I said to you is for you and you only. As to what you say to me is encrypted. I never share the things that we've done. I never tell a soul. The negatives will never come to light.
nobody knows our situation. Speculation, we're just lost in time. 1, 2, 1, twice. So nobody knows our situation. Why the hesitation? temptation. One day get us wrong, so why?
Love that. Love that. That's cool, man. God, that was fast. That was 5 minutes. That was fast. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I feel a little vindicated here, you guys. A little vindicated. I've been talking about how the lyrics are a little esoteric, that there's personal meaning. Feels like what they're saying, there is something there, but they're keeping it close to the chest type of thing. And here we've got Yachty. What you said to me is encrypted. I'd never share the things that we've done. I'd never tell a soul. Okay. Okay. So I feel like in this album, that's what he's doing. He's expressing, put some things out there, but also not giving any details. Not giving any details. So I think we're close to the mark on that one of, yeah, this is a little esoteric and on purpose. I think this is a typo. I think this is a miss lyric here. The negatives will never come to light. It sounds like that. I think he's saying will never. The negatives will never come to light, not whenever. I like how he said this ain't film. It's just kind of silly the way he said it. All smiles. Keep that low. Keep those negatives all smile, even when it ain't, because that's on us. They think their shit doesn't stink. Fuck them. Fuck all of them. They think they're better than us. They're not better than us. I love you. I hate them. They love us. We hate them. What we go through is on us and only us. So whoever he's talking to here in this whole interlude, Yachty's basically saying, look, I won't tell our secrets. I'm not going to tell our secrets. It ain't their business. It's none of their business. And our relationship is ours, and it's up to us. How we move through it is our decision, not anybody else's decision. And it's supported and bookended by James Blake. Nobody knows our situation. Speculation in this lost until I don't know. That's a weird sentence when you read it out loud. I wasn't really paying super close attention to what the vocals sounded like. Speculation in this lost until. Why the hesitation? And then, you've got this whole, if you count on me, count twice, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's coming after Missing Man, where there seems to be this expression of letting people down, or at least people telling you you're letting them down. So now here you're telling, the love interest, whoever that is, if you're going to count on me, count on me a couple times, because that first one might not land, I might let you down a little bit. Maybe. That's the impression I get. What's the annotation for rules apply? I want to see what this says. The annotation simply says rules apply. Great. Well done. That's fucking awesome. Rules apply, but simply not to me. I've moved my feet miles to the drum of my own beat. I look at the mirror and I do not see defeat. So here I was saying, it sounds a little anxious. And then when I started hearing the lyrics, I changed my mind, because the lyrics do not necessarily sound terribly anxious. I look in the mirror and I do not see defeat. No love would never last today, because I take the worst situations and extreme experiences, and I build what I now know today. I'm going to get, I don't know what, it cuts off. I'm going to get. You don't need to tell me twice the simple equation. You don't need to tell me twice. Cool song. A little bit of insight too, and I appreciate that. Let's go over to chat. What's going on over here, chat? Fuck them kids, bro. Let's see. I knew I needed Bob to properly digest this Yachty talking bit. Hi, Salty. Hello. Oh, Hypno already edited it. Oh, well done. Well done, Hypno. On the ball there. Rules do apply. Yachty's name is Miles. 2 Miles. Genius. Little weird. Okay. This is neat. The theme, the idea of Bad Cameo, the album title, is starting to shine through a little bit now. It's starting to shine through. Let's keep going. I don't want to transfer into closing thoughts just yet. We still got 3 more songs. Track 8 is called Transport Me. But what a wonderful album so far. Production, Lil Yachty, James Blake, Don Maker. I like that it's been pretty much the same production crew the whole time, with the exception of that one. Which one was it? That had Benny X and all them. Bad Cameo. Bad Cameo was amazing, though. That was an amazing song. Where are we? Okay. Track 8, Transport Me. Let's drop in. Loving the sound. The production's been so great on this. So cool to listen to.
Hanging outside, hanging outside. The story unfolds, turning out alive. And I'm blinking and I'm forgetting. And the skyline's arresting tonight. And the high life is a rumor. And the rumors are like what's your story? Tell me tomorrow.
I'm up, my best eye, baby. I show you the world, I show you my life. I show you the light to my lens. I show you a twin turbo Benz. I show you what burgers look like for your friends. I show you the gold. I show you the diamonds and pearls. I show you the rest of the world. I show you the. You know you like shitting on all of your followers. You know you think that my female friends are swallowers. You know you can't pretend that it just don't bother your soul. I'm not like your ex and you hate it, but love it, you hate it cause you can't control it, but love it cause I ain't no pussy and baby that's just how it goes. You still look right even when you do wrong, I can't leave you alone, yeah.
Wow. Wow. We're gonna pause real quick. I'm gonna back this up about 30 seconds or so. Because the feeling I'm getting is you've got this great beat, kind of going hard, a little bit of a good digital sound to it, but it's got what I like to call like a digital grinding feel, a little bit faster tempo, it's a little intense, and then this high note. It's not like a guitar. I don't know what the hell that instrument was. That sound. First thing that comes to mind is just somebody screaming. And this verse. We'll finish listening to the song and we'll do the lyrics. This verse is him just fucking laying it out about the relationship. But also there's this bit, I'll show you my life. I like how I say we'll talk about the lyrics later, and now we're going to talk about the lyrics. I'll show you my life. The light to my lens, a twin turbo Benz, all this shit about his life, right? The gold, the worst of the world. But also keep in mind this other bit that James Blake said. The high life is a rumor, and the rumor is a lie. And here he goes into the high life, right? But the high life is a lie. And then you've got like this darker, more intense sound going with this. And his flow, he's kind of hammering through this. So this isn't like necessarily a fun thing. This is like stress and strain to me. That's what it sounds like. And then you get this scream sound at the end. Great sound. Wow. This sound is great. Pretty intense right here, man. It's fucking cool.
Tell me till the morning. We know you.
Trippy, man. This is trippy. Was that it? Oh shit. I got so wrapped up in it. It's weird. It's got a good batch of kind of dead time at the end. Transport Me. Holy shit. So it's not here in Genius, but at the end it's got this intro part too. This sample. War. Backwards stay far. We're dealing with truths and rights. Come some more into my sight. It's from a track. Jamaican artist Barrington Levy. The vibe is right. That was intense. There's a couple of things that are standing out to me initially. Transport Me. Watch it slowly turn into the morning. And we had those ideas earlier of, was it like track 2? I think. Yeah, the whole midnight thing, Trouble Find Me. Was it track 2? Or was it track 3? Basically staying on this side of midnight. You're my heart, my prize. I'm holding on tonight. You're being yourself this side of midnight. So that stuck out to me a little bit, or made me think of these. Transport Me slowly, turn into the morning. Because in the daytime, this thing goes away. So I don't know. I feel like there might be a loose connection there, maybe. Hanging outside, the story unfolds, turning out a lie. I'm blinking, forgetting. The skylines are resting tonight. The high life is a rumor, and the rumor is a lie. And then Yachty fucking tears off. Great beat, too. But let's go through these lyrics, because he went off. Yachty fucking went off here. Still on that shit. I've been hiding in rap. Pulling out stacks. Trying to get back my ball. I've been bigger than back. Cataract eyes, I'm blinded my bitch. Dumping that walk in the cup, ain't pouring no tris. Trying to get high as a bitch. Trying to teleport hoes to the ends. Set up a screen on some twins. I'm up. Bed to baby. I'll show you the world. And this part, this is where the beat really starts to kind of like start to hammer in. And the world is the high life. And the high life, or the rumors, I already fucked it all up. How does it go again? The high life is a rumor and the rumor is a lie. So here's the high life. I show you my life. I show you the light to my lens. Twin turbo Benz. Berkers looks like for your friends. I don't really understand the ha, but whatever. The gold, the diamonds and the pearls, the worst of the world. I'll show you. You know you like shitting on all your followers. You know you think that my female friends are swallowers. You know you can't pretend that it just doesn't bother your soul. Or don't bother your soul. I'm not like your ex, and you hate it, but love it. You hate it. Because you can't control it, but love it. Because I ain't no pussy, baby. That's just how it goes. You live in LA, but I live in Atlanta. This shit cracks me up. Sometimes I wish you had connections with Santa. I wish you could hop on a sleigh and come straight down my pole. That's pretty funny. I teleport you whenever you're ready. I call up ISO and dump out the Fetty because you're more important than me. I put that on my bros. You make me stand on my toes. You make me get on my knees. Don't care. It's my cousin, my brother, or uncle. If they want a verse, gotta run me a fee. I don't believe in jumping trees. I don't know that. I believe the earth is our home. You still look right even when you do wrong. I can't leave you alone. So they've got like a fairly what's the word here? Like he's into her, but at the same time he's gonna do his thing. That kind of drives her crazy, and he's not gonna stop. But she also loves that it drives her crazy because he's doing his thing. And so there's just really kind of like almost like a power struggle in the relationship in a sense. But then also being separated, you know, one's in LA, one's in Atlanta. Transport Me. Basically, I'm just taking all this and plopping it into some of the hints we've been given about, you know, being on this side of midnight, the ideas of being with this person and being in private with this person, which allows you to be yourself with this person, how wonderful that feels, but you're also separated. So there's a lot going on here. This feeling of being a missing man, making bad cameos, feeling like a bad cameo. Pretty fascinating album. Lots of little things just dropped in. And what's cool is we're getting what's called like the mosaic effect right now. The mosaic effect is like when you're doing a puzzle, right? And you put a piece here and a piece there and a piece here, and then slowly but surely you get the whole picture. That's what's happening with this album. Fucking well done. Well, that was a fucking banger too, man. That beat was going pretty hard at the end. Pretty hard. What do we got here? This is definitely AM nighttime album for sure. Yeah. Oh, Hypno asks, how do you decide which reactions are live streams? What I've been trying to do is, if it's a new release, like if it came out on Friday, then I try and stream the new releases. I did a poll once a while ago asking about live streams, and the consensus was with the older albums that people know and love, they didn't want me like being distracted by chat or necessarily being spoiled by chat, which makes sense to me. And so with the new ones, no one really knows what the fuck is going on, right? So having the community here at the same time, that's a little bit easier to do. And I'm still distracted a little bit, but it's not really spoiled, and I can just sit and focus on the album. But with this, there's nothing, no one knows what the hell's going on. So it's people are more open to the new releases being a live stream. And it's fun to, interact with the community with the new releases. This isn't necessarily a huge album in terms of releases as far as I understand, but like when the big ones come along, it's cool to hang out with people and listen to it together. Next one's probably my next fave. Let's see here. Welcome. Oh yeah, CD Styles. First time catching a live stream, or first time chat anyway. This is cool, man. There's 2 more tracks. God, I don't really want this to end, but I also really appreciate that it's a 44-minute album. Track 9 is called Runaway from the Rabbit. The first thing I think of is the idea of follow the white rabbit. So run away from the rabbit. Producers are Lil Yachty, James Blake, and Don Maker, dropping in track 9, Run Away from the Rabbit.
Woken up by the thunder, unexplainable habits. So close, I'll grab it. Run away from the rabbit, I know what I need. Still plant my seeds, water them with tears. Erased all the success of my peers. Out of my mind, now I feel fine. Moving my own time, navigate through space. Trying to figure out my kind. You come alive through the night, trying to figure out why you don't shine. Blind, blind, blind me. Unleash your true potential.
This is so neat, man.
Another step towards the light.
Oh, the lights, they blind.
Unleash your true potential.
This is cool too, man. Beautiful song. This is beautiful.
From the rabbit we run, a guarantee from you won't replace me soon. From the rabbit I run.
Wow. Dude, this is fucking great. This is fantastic. Wow. That was great. That was fucking phenomenal. There's a couple people in chat right now talking about the new Lupe album, and I know it's coming along, or maybe it's out now, but I saw it was coming. I was like, oh, cool, new Lupe. And then I immediately went, oh, God, it's so hard. Like, the way he writes, man, he just whoops my ass. Like, my brain fucking breaks apart. It's like the Death Star exploding in space. Just, oh, the bitch just float off. It's I don't know. I guess it's a little bit shorter, but I don't know. Lupe's cool. I like Lupe, but he's very he's just a lot of mental effort, and sometimes it's nice to just relax. You know. Okay. Run away from the rabbit. If you're thinking of the White Rabbit, follow the White Rabbit. Alice in Wonderland. What happens? She chases the rabbit because she's supposed to. And then that's what sends her tumbling down the rabbit hole into the Wonderland. So there's a bit of a metaphor here. Let's go through some lyrics with that metaphor in mind. Walking home by the thunder, unexplainable habits, so close I grab it. Run away from the rabbit. So we're not going to follow the White Rabbit. We're not going to tumble down the rabbit hole. I know what I need. Still plant my seeds, water them with tears. This line was pretty good. Erased all the success of my peers. Out of my mind, now I feel fine. Move in my own time. This section right here, I feel like is pretty important. Especially with Lil Yachty and his previous album, Let's Start Here. Now, I don't know anything about his music before that, okay? I know nothing about it. I guess, SoundCloud and all this, I don't know shit about it. But I think it's safe to say that Let's Start Here was a large departure from what he had made before. And if you're an artist and you have a fan base and you're building a career and you're meeting some success, you're finding some success, you don't want to ruin that, obviously. And I'm sure you start getting people telling you got to do more of this, you got to do more of that, got to do this, got to do that. So when you make this huge departure from your sound, that's scary. Are people going to like it? Are they going to listen to it? Are they going to fuck with it? Are they going to call it trash? Is nobody... And it's even more scary if the thing that you're making is what you actually want to make, what you actually really believe in as a person. So you've got this line here, out of my mind. Like, imagine how stressed out you're going to be if you're on this path of, I'm going to make this thing. This is what I want to do. This is what I care about. It's totally different from everything else I've done. Totally different from everything people are saying I should do. Going fucking crazy. I don't know if it's going to work, but now I feel fine because it did work. It did work out, move in my own time. So I feel like this is a bit of a reference to probably how he felt with Let's Start Here and making that album. Run away from the rabbit, run away from what I'm supposed to do. But then also you get this other thing, right? Blinded by the lights. And that gets into James Blake here. So let's finish up with these. You never gave through space. Trying to figure out my own kind. You come alive through the night. Trying to figure out why you don't shine. And then you've got this blind me, unleash your true potential. I feel like this could possibly be a hint at him and the experience he had with Let's Start Here. But let's go to the verse with James Blake. Things are looking up. And I'm not sure I believe in love. It may break us up. If I got what I've been dreaming of, well, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. It may actually, I read this wrong. This goes together. It may break us up if I got what I've been dreaming of. Well, now we're getting somewhere. What I want will lead me nowhere, right? Another step towards the lights. They blind. So the lights blind. I feel like the lights could be another reference to the rabbit hole and tumbling down the rabbit hole. But then also with James Blake, who I know nothing about, so I'm really kind of reaching on this one. If I got what I've been dreaming of, well, now we're getting somewhere. So it almost feels like this fear of, holy shit, I'm finding success. I'm getting what I want. Is that success going to destroy our relationship type of thing? And that's a pretty general interpretation, right? But I don't want to put too much into that just because I don't know anything about the guy. Not like I know Lil Yachty well either, but I at least know his previous album and it being a huge departure. So you've got this really fascinating element of lights blinding me, unleashing true potential, getting somewhere, believing in yourself type of a thing. Let's go into verse 3. Just remember the tunes, wherever it takes you, unexplainable habits, from the rabbit we run. A guarantee from you won't replace me soon, from the rabbit I run. So maybe this is the other person telling James Blake, I'm not, no, don't worry. I'm still here for you. You go do your thing. I'm not going to replace you. Run from the rabbit, as in pursue your own interests, pursue what you want to do. Maybe. I don't know. Beautiful fucking song, though, honestly. Like, I was getting a little misty. Just from the sound, just from the feeling this song was pushing out. I was getting a little misty, honestly. Let's see. I went to his concert for Let's Start Here. A lot of people were only there to hear his old stuff. Oh, wow. Wow. Interesting. Okay, one more track. And chat's getting a little weird, so I'm going to ignore what you're saying in chat right now. Track 10 is called Red Carpet. And what do they lay out? You know, red carpet are for the fancy events, right? Where all the stars are out and you're being blinded by the lights. All right, let's drop in. Lil Yachty, James Blake, final track off of Bad Cameo. What a ride this has been. How long have I been going on about this now? Hour 45. This might be a new record in terms of my the album playtime to talking comparison. Usually it's double. I'm well beyond double right now. All right, track 10, Red Carpet. What a great album. It's an experience, man. You just ride with it. So much patience.
Don't you go anywhere. I wanna be here for the first gray hairs. And when they arrive, we'll roll out the red carpet.
Trippy sound.
We're here to start it up again.
All of my mistakes were made under a microscope. I can't learn in peace. I feel that I am just like them. They scold me for what I can't see. What gives them right to judge my faults? My late night thoughts make it hard to sleep. Hard to sleep. Hardly sleeping.
Didn't that note, whatever it was, it sound like a phone vibrating, like a ringing phone that's just set to vibrate, like whoop, 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 and that's kind of fascinating to be paired with the idea of late nights make it hard to sleep, hard to sleeping, scorn me for what I can't see, I can't learn in peace, all this other shit, like just not being left alone, being constantly nitpicked and bothered and scrutinized, what have you, and then this idea of this sound of a phone. Let me back it up just a little bit. You guys can maybe hear it again for the first time.
I can't see what gives them right to judge my faults. My late night thoughts make it
Maybe
hard
not.
to sleep. Hard to sleep. Hardly sleeping.
I never needed more than this. If only your eyes could see. If only your eyes could see what it means.
What it means. We still got 15 seconds. Does it just fade out? Wow, man. Wow. That album's beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Love it. Fuck, man. Well, let's go through some lyrics, and then I'll take off my headset and just fucking glow about this album. I wonder if this is written incorrectly on Genius. I don't want to be here for the first gray hairs. I feel like that's not right. Anyway, whatever. Don't you go away anywhere. I don't want to be here for the first gray hairs. I feel like that's wrong. I feel like this would probably be I do or who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Whatever. When they arrive, we'll roll out the red carpet. It's a miracle we're here to start it up again. Red carpet, I never want to walk it. As long as I'm enough for you, that's enough for me. I never needed more than this. This is a new version of me that you're seeing. And then Lil Yachty's verse is honestly kind of heartbreaking. All my mistakes were made under a microscope. God. I can't learn in peace. That's hard. That's very, very, very hard. Like, we gotta feel free to make mistakes, right? Like, if you feel like you can't make a mistake, or not even necessarily can't make a mistake, but if every mistake you make is going to be scrutinized, it takes so much more courage to try to do anything, right? I feel like I'm just like them. They scorned me for what I can't see. What gives them the right to judge my faults? My late night thoughts make it hard to sleep, hard to sleep, hard to sleeping. God. Yeah. I love what James is doing here with the lyrics in terms of I never want to walk the red carpet, especially after running away from the white rabbit. Because I'm left with this feeling of I just want to make music. I just want to make something I care about. And I just want to be with you. You know? That's fucking beautiful. That is beautiful. God, you guys, holy shit. Whoa, I'm so glad I sat down with this. I wasn't really like super excited. I was like, I don't know what it's gonna be, and you know, who knows? And people are saying, oh, it's gonna be like just start here again, or let's start here, and obviously it's not. And it was, you know, I was really walking in blind, obviously, like, I don't know. Which is fun at the same time. Like, I think it's important to, I think it's important, in my opinion, I think it's important for the channel to take risks. Like, yeah, let's walk into something that hasn't been vetted. Because everything gets vetted, and then it's like, you get these two categories of, yeah, you have to listen to this. No, don't listen to that. But then depending on who you're talking to, that category shifts around a bit, and sometimes it gets a little annoying. And so the new releases, it's like, all right, no one fucking knows. Let's just drop in and see what it is. But then you have no expectation and no idea. And oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was great. That was great. I'd love the other James Blake albums for real. Yeah, I want to check it out. I guess last year he had a good one that people loved. The last bit makes you feel nostalgic for some reason. Yeah. God damn, dude. This was great. Unfortunately, most artists don't drop the official lyrics. Yeah. I wish they would. I wish they would. I never look on Spotify. I don't know if... I assume the Spotify lyrics are 100% accurate, but I have no idea. Confirmed. Bob thinks we're all annoying. Yes and no. It's not. It's been a weird experience of basically I see every opinion. So basically, with this album, as I spend time online and I spend time looking at stuff, I'll see people say this is beautiful. I'll see people say this is mid. I'll see people say this is boring. I'll say people will say this is their album of the year. People will say skip the whole. And that's the part that gets, I wouldn't say annoying. Becomes tiresome because with the rare exception of some albums that are like really, really held in high esteem, like what's the first? Illmatic, To Pimp a Butterfly, like the beloved, cherished hip hop albums where everybody's like, oh yeah, that's amazing. With the exception of those, pretty much every other album has that. And so after a while, you're like, fuck, man, I don't know who to believe anymore, Anyway, so there you go. Yeah, Ahmad, I know. I apologize. Hypno, sorry to be a pain, but your YouTube descriptions list the Biggie Ready to Die reaction, but not left after death. Oh, really? Oh, I'll have to update that. Thank you for pointing that out. God, I just want to listen to this again. Like, that was such an experience. Beautiful. And, sometimes it's tough. Sometimes these artists will come out and they do stuff like this where it's, it's a mood, it's a feel, it's a vibe. The lyrics aren't clear. They're talking about something that's important to them. They're not giving us all the details. Sometimes it's hard to pick up on it. And sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you're like, I don't know what the fuck this is about. With this album, Bad Cameo, I get a feeling. At the end, I walk away with this feeling of, this shit's hard. This shit is hard. It is hard to be an artist. It is hard to care and focus about making music that you want to make. It's easy to be distracted. It's hard to maintain relationships. It's stressful to have relationships and having people tell you, you need to do this, you're not here for that, you're missing out on this, you're fucking it all up. It's hard to have fame, notoriety, be in the public eye, yet still be you, still try to have a private life, still have personal relationships that matter to you. This shit's fucking hard. It's hard. That's what I get from this album. But in like such a beautiful, emotional, almost calming way. It's fucking strange in a way. Like, how do you do both of those things at the same time? And really, as I just talk out loud, think out loud, talking is out loud. As I process this just in real time, I'm left with this, if you just cut the noise, focus on what you care about, like the waves in the ocean that push all the sound from the beach away. You're just left floating in what you care about the most. Your place of zen. That's what I get from this album. I almost want to cry. But I'm not gonna. It's just fucking great. It's great. Like I wish I was in San Diego right now at the beach, just floating in the water. That's what this album is. Can I get out without crying? I'm right on that edge. My wife, who has known me for over 25 years, she can hear it in my voice. She knows. Yeah, this was fucking cool, man. I really like this. And my poor wife has been sitting over there, and I've got my headphones on, so I'm here ranting and raving and praising this thing that she hasn't heard a second of. The whole thing's death metal. From beginning to end, just... I always cry. Yeah, it's a metal. Oh, it's just so beautiful. It makes me so happy. No, I know. Brody, I know you guys have seen me cry before, and it's not like I'm embarrassed or ashamed or anything, but like at the same time, it catches me off guard. Like, this is one of those albums where it's like the sum is greater than all the parts that made it, The end result is so much more than the individual pieces that constructed what it is. It's fucking cool. And it's hard to describe. And I also don't want to go off the deep end too much because it was just one listen and it was a very intense, up close, personal listen. So we'll see how it plays out. Listening to it more as a distance. I cried to the Vince reaction. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's good to cry. It's good to do sometimes. It's good to do. God damn, that was cool, man. I'm gonna put it on again right now. Gonna pull out the headphone jack and let it play. All right, y'all. That was good. I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. Good times, good album. I'm glad I jumped in on that one. I'm going to hit stop on the recording. So anybody watching on YouTube or Patreon, we will see you soon. Take care.